Hello students. In today's lecture, I would like to discuss about NumPy. Basically, this one is one module inside Python. I would like to explain whatever we can do inside NumPy. To start with the content, first of all, save the program. Let the name is NumPy 1. To start with the NumPy, first of all, what is the meaning of NumPy? NumPy stands for numeric Python. To initialize the content, we have to write import numpy as np. By writing np, now we can assess the contents. First of all, development of array using numpy. For that, I have to write numpy dot array, and inside bracket, suppose one list of arrays is there 2, 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. Suppose this content is there. Okay. Now print this value. You can print the array. Suppose I have to find out the shape of this array a1 dot, I can write here shape. Now execute the program. Okay, I think a round bracket is not required here. Yes, this one is okay. 6 comma. Now what is the meaning of 6 comma? Second content is empty. Only the 6 elements are there basically. If I am generating one more content here, suppose I am writing 2, 1, 3, 4 or 3, 5, then in second square bracket, suppose I am writing 2, 11, 5 and 6. Again I have to write these content in square brackets. This one is there. Okay, let's check now. Display the content. You can find an array with 2 dimensions. First row comprise of 4 elements, that's 2, 1, 3 and 5. Second row comprise of 4 elements 2, 11, 5 and 6. Now what about the shape? If I am executing this one, I will get 2 comma 4. What is the meaning of 2 comma 4? 2 comma 4 stands for 2 rows and 4 columns. This content is there. After the completion of this one, it means I can design one dimension and 2 dimension arrays. This one is basically similar to your matrix formulation. After the completion of this one, okay, let A is or suppose I am writing A or NP dot arrange. Now what is the meaning of this one? NP dot arrange. Suppose I am writing 10 here, then execute the program. Okay, what are the predictions about the answer? If I am writing 10, it means I can print from 0 to 9. If I am writing 100, it means I can print from 0 to 99. If I am writing 1000, it means I can print the data from 0 to 999. All the contents are there. You can display the data accordingly. This one is there. Now, this one is the first case. It means if I am writing n inside a range, then what will be the answer? If I am writing np dot a range inside bracket n, it means I can display the data from 0 to n minus 1. This one is the answer, crux of this code. Now, suppose I have to display the data in some specific content or specific order. Suppose I have to display the data from 19 to 56. Okay. Then display this content, you can display the data from 19 to 55. Now, what is the meaning of this? If I am writing 19 here inside bracket or np dot a range 19 to, suppose I am writing 56. Now, what is the meaning of this? 19 is included and 56 is excluded. This one is the content, means I can display the data from 19 to 55. This one is the content. Now, one more thing is there. Suppose I have to display only the even numbers or odd numbers. Suppose from 12 to 100, I have to display only the even numbers. Simply write 2, comma 2. Now, display the content. You can display the numbers from 12 to 100, even numbers only, 12, 14, 16, like this. If I am writing 11 here, starting number is 11, it means I can display odd numbers because the starting number is odd number. If I am adding 2 to the odd numbers, it means I will display all the odd numbers. If I am writing first number as even number, if I am writing like this, np dot a range, suppose I am writing 2 comma 30 with a gap of 2, it means I can display even numbers. Suppose I am writing the data, I have to write the data in a reverse order. Then what to do? np dot a range inside bracket, suppose I am writing 100, then 76. Okay. Let's execute this one. There is no data. Okay. If I have to write the data in a reverse order, third value is also required, that is the jumping factor -1 is required. It means I can display the data in a reverse order. First value and then last value, then with the decrement, whatever the decrement is required. Suppose I am writing 0.7. Okay. Let's execute this one. It means I can display the data in decimal format also, in reverse order and decimal format. Here, if I am writing 2.1, it means in increasing order I can display the data. 2, then 4.1, then 6.2, it means with the gap of 2.1, I can display that particular data. This one is all about a range. It can be used using graphical purposes or any data entry or any calculation we can apply np dot a range. Similar to this function, one more content is there. If I am writing np dot linspace, okay, this one is required. If I am writing -1 to 1 and after that I am writing 78. Now, what is the meaning of this? It means I can display 78 values in between -1 and 1. These are the equally spaced values from -1 to 1. Suppose I am writing 0 to 20. Okay. 0, 20. In between 0 to 20, I can display 78 values separated by some distance, means equal distances are there. I can display the reverse ordered values here also in case of linspace. Suppose I am writing np dot linspace. Okay, suppose I am writing 90, 9, then suppose 23 values are required. Okay, let's check this out. You can display the values in reverse order also, 90 to 9. It means starting from 90 and ending with 9, I can display 23 equally spaced values. This one is the content. Means the positive and the negative, both aspects are there in case of linspace. And the third one, suppose I am writing np dot ones, okay, np dot ones, and inside bracket, suppose I am writing 2 comma 7. Now what is the meaning of this? Look at this one. np dot ones 2 comma 7. It means 2 rows and 7 columns are there. I can display the values of array of ones can be displayed. Now if I look at the values are in decimal format. 1 dot 1 dot means by default it will take the decimal values. But suppose I am writing here d type is equal to int. Okay, now execute this one. You can display the data without decimal. It's up to you, whatever the data you would like to display. Okay, suppose I am writing complex here. Let us check that complex. Now execute this one. You can display the complex content also. 1 plus 0 j. It means only 1 is there, ones are there, but it will display the data in complex format. Whatever the data is required by you, you can display accordingly. Okay. Suppose I am writing np dot zeros and suppose the data is 6, okay, inside bracket 6 comma 4. Okay. Now display this one. You can display 6 rows and 4 columns. Means whatever the content required by you, you can display accordingly. These are the zeros and this one is ones. And suppose I am writing I, np dot I. Now what is the meaning of this? np dot I. Suppose I am passing 7 here. Then execute this one. This one is basically identity matrix of the order 7 into 7. You can display identity matrix with the help of I. This one is important part. I am going to write here identity matrix of the order 7 into 7. Or square matrix, identity matrix is basically the square matrix of the order 7, that is 7 into 7. Whatever the data you would like to display, if I am writing suppose a negative value, let us try with that, is it working or not. np dot I, suppose I am writing some decimal value 1.2, whether it will work or not, it will not work. If I am writing some 0 value, the student can check at your own level. Yes, this one is shape is 0 0, data type is float. And if I am writing suppose some negative value -11, okay, let us check that. You can't display the value. It means above 0 is allowed inside I. If you are writing 11, you can display, I think you can display the values. Yes. Whatever the data you would like to display, if I am writing 100, I can display 100 also, no issues, it will display all the contents, yes. All the contents are there, but what they did, they are writing only in terms of dots. You can display the data. Now, after the completion of these topics, till now we completed with arrange, linspace, ones, zeros and I. Now one more thing is there, suppose I have to change some new value inside diagonal, then what to do? I have to write here np dot array and inside that suppose I am passing some values 2, 1, 5, 6, 7, suppose these are the values. Now let us execute this one. You can display the values at the diagonal position. In the previous, I represent only the ones, only ones are there at diagonal position when I am writing np.I. But if I am writing np.diagonal, it means I can insert the values, whatever the value required by me, whether this value is negative, whether this value is 0 or this value is positive. You can insert any value, you can display accordingly. This one is the value -2, 1, 50, 0 and 7, all the values are there. You can display accordingly. This one is the representation of a diagonal. And after that, after the completion of this one, these are the basic contents you would like to implement inside your programming concepts. Now, after this, what are the data types in NumPy? Okay. What are the data types? To check the data types, suppose I am writing A2. A1 is already there, I think. Let us check. NP I am using, A1 I have already used. A2. Suppose I am writing A2. A2 is equal to NP dot array, and inside array some values are there 1, 2, 3, 4. Suppose these are the values. Okay. And after writing these values, suppose I have to check the data type of this one A2 dot I think D type is there. Yes, D type, data type is there, and then execute it. You will see this content is int 64 because I have declared integer values. Suppose I am writing 1.1 here. Okay. Again execute this one and then check the data type. You will see float content here. If now what is the meaning of this? If I am converting only single value into float value, it will convert all the array into floating point. Suppose I am writing 2j. Now this one is the complex value. Let us check this one. I can display the content accordingly. Now this one is complex data type is there. Now if I am writing some string data inside this, suppose I am writing some value and this string value is there. Now check the data type, you can convert this into under 64, that is this one is basically U64, unsigned 64. This one is basically the string data type. You can convert accordingly. These are basically the data types. If you are writing true or false, suppose I am writing true here, okay, true. Suppose I am writing true here, then again execute the program. After the execution, what we will see, we will observe again this content into string. Suppose I am deleting string, this one. Suppose I am deleting this one, then again execute the program. Okay. This one is complex. If I am deleting the complex content, okay. If I am deleting this one, now again execute the content. You can do practice at your own level for checking of a data type. This one is float data type. If I am deleting float here, then what will be the output? You will observe this one is integer data type. If I am writing only the Boolean content, only then it's Boolean. Suppose I am writing true, false like this, then check the data type. You will observe this one as a Boolean. These are the data types. It means I have discussed integer, complex, float, string and then bool. These are the basic data types inside the array of NumPy. Okay. After the completion of this one more content is there, that is indexing and slicing. You have already done this content in many lectures. If I am writing, I am declaring array, any array, let A3 is the array, okay. NP dot array inside bracket, suppose I am writing some values 11, 23, 45, 2, 7, 8, 11, 89, 90, 9, 2, 3, 1 like this. Suppose these are the values, this one is the array, okay. Suppose I am writing A3 in square bracket, suppose I am writing 1, 2, 7. Now execute this one. Now what is the meaning of this? This one picks the index value basically. Now what is the index of 11? The index of 11 is 0. What about 23? 23, index of 23 is 1, then 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. It will display the data from 1 to 6 because 1 is included and 7 is excluded. If I am writing like this 1 colon 7 colon 2, now execute this one, you can display 23, then after the gap of 2 it will display the next value 23, then 2, then 8, and up to which point means below 7 contents are there. If I am writing here blank, now what is the meaning of this? It means I can display all the values starting from first location. If I am writing like this, what is the meaning of this? It means it will display all the odd positioned values because it will start from first, that is index 0, 11, then 45, then 7, then 11, then 90, then 2 and 1. It will display these contents. Suppose I have to display the values in reverse order. I can display this content also by writing this 1 minus 1. I can display these values in reverse order. This one is indexing and slicing. Now, suppose some multiple contents are there or multiple values are there, then we can also work on that depending upon slicing. This one is little bit more about slicing. I would like to discuss that content, more about slicing. Now, inside more about slicing, first of all, suppose I am writing A4 is equal to NP dot array, and inside array, suppose I am going to declare multiple arrays. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one is first row. This one is first row. And after the designing of first row, suppose second row is 11, then 12, 13, 14 and 15. This one is second row. After that third row 21, 22, 23, 24 and 25. This one is third. Then 31, 32, 33, 34 and 35. After that 41, 42, 43, 44 and 45. This one is the content. Okay. Now execute A4. You will find the array with 5 rows and 5 columns with different elements, different set of elements are there. Suppose I have to display some specific number of elements. Okay. Suppose I am writing A4 inside square bracket 1, comma 0, colon 3. Okay. Now execute this one. Now what is the meaning of this? 1. 1 stands for your second row. This one is 0th row. and this one is 1, this one is 2, 3 and 4, 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. These contents are there. First one represent row and second one represent column. If I am writing 0 to 3, it means 0, 1 and 2, means the first, second and third value can be displayed inside array of second row. I am going to repeat again. It will represent second row and first, second and third element. This one is the content. If I have to display only these three values, I can display. Suppose I am writing A4. Okay, A4. Let us check the output. Some more output. Colon. Suppose colon is there, then I am writing 3. Now what will be the output? Let us check this one. Output of this one, row. What is the meaning of row? What is the meaning of row? Row may be any, means all the rows are there. What about 3? It means fourth column is there. Now look at the fourth column. This one is the fourth column. 4, 14, 24, 34 and 44. You can display these elements only. This one is the element, this one is the combination of all the elements of fourth column. Okay, suppose I am writing A4, then in square bracket 2, double colon 2. Okay, after that only 2 is there. Now what will be the output? Let us check this one. Now what is the meaning of this? First of all, we have to understand this content so that we can display the values. What is the meaning of 2? 2 stands for second row. Okay, this one, sorry, 2 stands for third row. This one is the third row. Inside third row, what I have to display? I have to display all the elements with the jumping factor of 2, starting from first element 21, 23 and 25. This is the first row elements. And what about second content? 2 with a jumping factor of 2. It means after displaying the third row, I have to work on fifth row, but the second condition will remain as it is. 41, 43 and 45. I can display these values. Hope you understand the content. Otherwise, comment in the video section. You can practice at your own level to find out these values. Okay. One more content is there to set the shape. Suppose I am writing A5 is equal to NP dot, this one is most important part, arrange, then inside suppose I am writing 6. Done. What is the meaning of this? It means the values from 0 to 5 are there. Then plus sign, then NP dot arrange, and inside bracket suppose I am writing 0, comma 51 with the jumping factor of 10. Okay. Now execute this one. There is nothing to display. If I am writing A5, okay, I can display the values like this. NP dot arrange 6 means the values from 0 to 5 are there. Now what about the second value? What about the second content? NP dot arrange 0 to 51 with the jumping factor of 10. It means first value is 0, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What about this value? First value is 0, second value is 10, then 20, 30 and 40 and 50. It means I am adding both the values, nothing else. I am going to add these values. But if I am writing in a second case, it will pick all the values and I am setting to new axis NP dot new axis. I am setting to new axis. Now execute this one. What you will see? Look at this one. Now what is the meaning of this? I am setting the value. I am setting first value 0 to 5. Is it okay? Yes. This content is okay. And what about these values? Now the starting point is equal to 10. It means next time the value is 11, 12, 13, 14 and 15. And what about the third value? Then 20, 21, 22 means all the values. It will pick these values, but I am picking this content as a new axis. I am setting it to new axis. In the previous case, what I did, I am writing the data manually. This one is the manual representation of the content array. But this one is not the manual representation, this one is with the help of code. If I am writing np.new access, I can design the data accordingly. This one is the matrix formulation, nothing else. Okay. Hope you understand the content. One more content is there, that is known as fancy indexing. Okay, now what is the meaning of this one is I think one of the questions from student side. What is the meaning of fancy indexing? This content is there. Suppose I am writing A6, one new value is there, A6 is equal to np dot random dot random integer, and inside suppose I am writing 10 to 35 with the jumping factor of 7. Okay. Now execute A6. Look at this one. You can display 7 values. You can display 7 values from 10 to 35. Any values are there. This one is known as fancy indexing. You can apply this content inside your text content whenever you would like to put some test to the juniors or from children. Now one numerical operations, some numerical operations are there on arrays. Suppose I am writing A7 np dot array, then some elements are there 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, these elements are there. These are the contents. After that suppose I am printing A7, I can display the content. If I am writing A7 multiply 2, then what will happen? I can multiply all the elements by 2. If I am writing A7, okay, A7 double star, A7 double star 2. Now what is the meaning of this? It means I can scale all the values of that particular array. It means double star basically converted it into power. If I am subtracting some value, if I am writing A7 minus 100, it means I can subtract 100 from all the values of the array. If I am writing some new array or suppose 2 to the power this array, okay. Suppose I am writing or 3 to the power a raised to power 7, okay. Let's execute this one. Yes, this value is also true, 3 raised to power 7, 3 raised to power a7. Now what is the meaning of this? A7 is, values of A7 varies from 1 to 5. Now what is the meaning of this? 3 raised to power 1, 3 raised to power 2, 3 raised to power 3, 3 raised to power 4 and 3 raised to power 5. All the values are there, whatever the values lie inside A7. These are basically the numeric operations. Okay. One more content is pending. Suppose I am designing one matrix. Okay. Let the matrix is A1 is equal to np dot ones, and suppose the matrix is of the order 3 into 3. This one is the matrix. Okay. Let the second matrix is NP dot array, then 3 into 3 means next matrix may be of any order. Let us say the elements are 1 comma 2 comma 3, then second is 2 comma 1 comma 5, and third one is 2 comma 6 comma 8. Suppose these are the values. Okay, A1 and A2. Suppose I am writing A1 now. Look at this one. You can display all the values of A1, and if I am writing A2, I can display all the values of A2. If I am writing A1 plus A2, A1 plus A2, A1 plus A2, what will happen? I can add all the values. Okay, done. 1 plus 1, then 1 plus 2, 1 plus 3. Similarly, I can find out all the values. But if I am writing A1 multiply A2, what will happen? This one is the question. I can multiply all the values also, but multiplication is 1 into 1, then 1 into 2, 1 into 3. I think the multiplication is directly. Look at this one, this content will remain as it is. Okay. This one is basically not the matrix multiplication, this one is the direct multiplication of the data. If I am writing A1 dot, then dot B1 or A2, sorry. Now execute this one. Now look at the data. You will display the elements 5, 9, 16, 5, 9, 16 and 5, 9, 16. Now what is the meaning of this? Basically, I am going to multiply using first row multiplied by first column. Then first row multiplied by second column. That one is the content using dot operator. Okay, these are the values. I am going to save this. Okay, file, then download, or you can print. You can give the command of print so that we can save in PDF format. PDF format is there, numpy 1, and after that I will share this content in your groups. This one is the content. All the coding contents are there. Kindly try at your own level. After that, discuss with me. You all have the access. This one is the content. This one is the content. Numeric Python. Thanks for watching my video. Thank you.